Hello Libra, and welcome to the channel. We are Stars in Orbit. I am Sister Lovelace, here to deliver your July 2019 tea leaf and tarot reading. This is for the Libra consciousness. So we all have Libra somewhere in our natal charts. So my readings aren't necessarily restricted to just sun, moon, rising signs. Thank you all for liking, for tuning in with your likes, your comments, sharing with your friends. It truly does help to build this channel, and I'm so grateful to share my messages with you. So thank you all for that, truly. If you haven't subscribed yet, please do. I'd just so appreciate that. And make sure you hit that little bell as well so you get notified when we post all of our videos. All right, Libra, I'm doing something a little different from what I normally do. So without further ado, let's get on with your reading. Okay, so when I cut open your deck, we see the 5 of Pentacles with the 10 of Cups. So this is like, you have everything in the world to be content. Why do you feel like you're lacking in some department? And when I was doing the pre-shuffle for you, I saw the Sun card and the Ace of Cups. Such beautiful energy that just made me think, oh, Libra's in a good spot right now. But is there something that makes you feel otherwise, Libra? Okay, so we have the 8 of Wands with the 10 of Cups. This to me is speaking about your abilities to move forward, rise yourself up from the depths of maybe some really darker places, maybe where you're feeling a little inadequate or feeling the lack in some area of your life, whether that be money, romance, families, whatever the case is, friendships. All right, and lastly, we have the 7 of Wands and the 8 of Wands. So this does seem to be progression forward to a place of your own understanding, your own not understanding. I'm trying to say, like, understanding yourself and what drives you. Yeah. Really pulling, like I said, pulling yourself up from the dark. It's really what I'm seeing here. It's like rising. And what does heat do? Heat rises. So maybe there needs to be, or not needs to be, perhaps there is something that will kind of like light a fire under you and kind of put some pep in your step, you know? Okay, Libra. Right, this is for July 2019. You probably already know that, but just in case. So, sorry, my camera's a little crooked. So we're starting off with the Father of Cups, 6 of Wands. Sorry, got something in my throat. The Hermit, the Ace of Cups, the Empress in the heart of your reading. It's such a Libra card. 2 of Swords, 4 of Cups, Ace of Wands, and the World card. And what's right after the World? Devil. Dun dun dun. Perhaps some of you are actually dealing with some money issues. Maybe just feeling like there are some things that are really holding you back in that area of your life. So let me take a look at this. I'm hearing, I know how to isolate myself when I need to get my emotions in check. When I need to, like stay in this chrysalis. I think you've been in this chrysalis cocoon phase for quite some time, and now you're finally evolving. And yeah, you're evolving, you're adapting. Okay, let me bust out the tea leaf cards for this Father of Cups. Perhaps some of you are dealing with a Cancer, Pisces, or Scorpio, Sun, Moon, Rising. I'm hearing Venus. Okay. So we have Eagle, triumph over troubles, obstacles. Broken bridge, unsuccessful outcome to a problem. And Tortoise, slowly but surely getting ahead. Let's go ahead and clarify, what is the broken bridge here? Or let me rephrase that. How can Libra achieve success in to the problem? Okay, we have the King of Pentacles in reverse. Yeah, I'm getting be selfish. Okay. Yeah, and I think that's what it is like when I was saying learn how to isolate yourself. Okay, so we have when this guy came out, the devil was at the bottom of the deck. Perhaps some of you are dealing with a Capricorn that you really need to speak your truth with. Wow, lots of major arcanas here. This is going to be a pretty intense month for you, Libra. There will be eclipses in Cancer and Capricorn. Right, so Capricorn. Maybe this is going to be during the time of the Capricorn lunar eclipse. I believe that's on the 16th. But anyways, I will be doing readings for those as well, so stay tuned for that later in the month. Yeah, so maybe there is triumph here, right? There's triumph over troubles, obstacles, but I think there needs to be some isolation is what it is. So let me get a clarifier for this Father of Cups. Father of Cups, please. Three of Wands. Right, exactly. Like, what I'm hearing, what are you waiting for? What are you waiting for? Take your move. Make your move. But I also said take. So I think, yeah, like, this type of energy was actually coming out in the Taurus reading strongly. It's kind of like a little bit of selfishness, like taking what is rightfully yours. Yeah, so I would say if you're going to start asking, I'm hearing asking questions, start poking around to sort of initiate something. Okay, the deck is cutting. I was like letting it kind of tip over like that, and when it cut, we see the Queen of Pentacles. So we have the King and the Queen here with the High Priestess. Okay, so I think there is a lot of shadow work maybe that needs to be done. There's still more that you are working through, evolving through. Maybe just some behaviors or attitudes that enable this sort of stinginess is what I'm hearing with the King of Pentacles. Okay. But I think it's like that's how you can make your problem, the outcome to your problem successful, is to maybe be a little bit more stingy is what I'm getting, like selfish with yourself, selfish with your time. I think that's why I'm getting this, like, you need to maybe isolate yourself for a little bit. So let's move on. We've got the Six of Wands crowning your reading here. So this is your own personal victory, Libra. I'm hearing Taurus strongly. Okay. All right. Wow. They're coming out. I'm coming out. I want the world to know. Okay, so we've got door. Opportunities are waiting for you. Forest, muddled, unclear thinking. Yeah, definitely. You got the Two of Swords here. It's like, I can't keep my thoughts straight. We have Wishbone. A wish is granted. Yay. And Torch, spiritual development, enlightenment, and awareness and understanding. And that's what I was saying earlier. It's like an understanding of maybe like what is driving you. Maybe it is this evolution in your spiritual growth. And becoming more self-aware. And maybe that's why this isolation period is so necessary for you, to kind of clear your thoughts, clear your mind, and become more self-aware of who you are and what it is that you stand for. Slowly but surely getting ahead, and then you can start to see, okay, there's actually a lot more out there that I could do. There's a lot more opportunities that are out there waiting for me. I just have to get my emotions in check before I actually start making moves. And we also have dog barking, advice from a friend. So that's very good. Very good. So moving on, the Hermit. This is a card of Virgo. Perhaps some of you are dealing with a Virgo, Sun, Moon, or Rising. dark woman, dealings a relationship with a woman with dark complexion or hair. That could very well be the case for some of you. Obviously, that's very specific, but the dark woman to me is someone who maybe is a little bit more feminine, but kind of works out of their intuition, their subconscious. They're more connected to their subconscious, and maybe that's why we saw the Queen of Pentacles with the High Priestess right behind it. When I was talking about the King of Pentacles, it's like, this is your energy. Like, this is the more feminine part about you, the more emotional part about you when you're trying to figure out all of your emotions, but you're doing it intuitively. So we have clouds, temporary problems, and like I said, the dark woman. Let's go ahead and clarify the hermit here. Or, I'm sorry, the clouds, temporary problems. What are the problems here? King of Swords. So perhaps some of you are dealing with a very strong-willed Gemini, Libra, or an Aquarius, perhaps. I think this person may actually like trigger something within you. I feel like this person is very I feel like this person is very self-aware. I'm actually being drawn to the little birds up here, and the birds to me are very intuitive creatures. They, you know how birds, they kind of just like fly out in the middle of traffic just to like get this little piece of crumb, but like they don't get hit or anything, and it's like they're fine. They know that they're swift enough to make that passage, to grab that thing, to take that opportunity. So okay, let's clarify the King of Swords real quick. Ace of Cups. Ace of Cups. Okay. Yeah, so I think they are very self-aware. They know themselves, and they know what is fair and just, and just want to look out for the greater good of all of humanity. I am getting very strong Aquarius vibes. The Kings are always kind of like fixed energies for me. So maybe that's why I was feeling Taurus strongly here, because Taurus is the fixed earth, fixed air is Aquarius. Anyway, I digress. So yeah, sorry guys. You guys have got me like very like just all over the place. I'm an Aquarius sun, so maybe it's just like this air energy that I'm really like picking up off of, whatever. Anyway, so yeah, I think they are triggering some type of emotional release within you. I don't necessarily think it's a bad thing. I think it's just making you realize like maybe how you feel about certain things. Okay, but I think this is absolutely a good trigger. It's a good trigger that is helping you evolve spiritually. So very good. And perhaps this is the dog barking, the advice from a friend. And I think it's like maybe the problems are temporary because like emotions are never really easy, and you can't like logically explain emotions. You know, it's like apples and oranges. You just it's not the same, But yeah, I think it is extremely temporary, and they're not like huge problems is what I'm getting. It's just a little like hiccup is what I'm getting. Okay, so Beryl, you feel something is lacking in your life, perhaps love, money, or goals, regarding that Ace of Cups. And we did have the Five of Pentacles earlier, that first card out when I cut open the deck, and which is exactly that, feeling lack in some area of your life, a lack mindset. And I do believe that this may be in regards to romance. Okay. Or even if it's not romance, and you know, not to offend anyone, of course, but it may be how you are feeling fulfilled in what it is that you're doing for work, maybe. So let's get some more for the Ace of Cups. Okay. So boat, money or property through an inheritance, winning or windfall. Tree, affairs with your family. Chair, empty, someone is leaving your life. And crib, birth or conception of a child or enterprise. A part of me feels like some of you will be triggered into wanting to start your own business. I'm hearing again. Okay. let's get some clarifiers. The crib card, please. High Priestess. So I think this is more so the conception of you and following your intuition a bit more strongly and feeling and hearing it. It's like your intuition will start speaking louder and louder, and it's like you'll pick up on that. Chair empty. Chair empty. What is leaving your life? All these minutia is what I'm hearing. Mindless tasks. Mindless tasks. Okay. So yeah, it does make me feel like someone is, or you, Libra, you're feeling unfulfilled, maybe at some other, boring corporate job or just working for someone else, and you're over it. You're over it. And so now you're going to start listening to yourself a little bit more strongly. You're going to be selfish with your time, your efforts, time in general, right? Like we all, probably most of us, are working like 40 hours a week doing something we probably don't like, let's be honest. Yeah, so maybe there's someone who kind of like triggers this, like, wow, they really stand on their own 2 feet. They really do. They listen to their intuition. There's something different about this person. And maybe this is you, of course, like the Swords energy is Libra, of course, but so maybe this is your other side of you that is very keen to people's bullshit. You just kind of like look past these things. Yeah, okay, that's what I'm getting with this Three of Wands. It's like, I see past your phoniness. I see past the illusions here. And then you kind of respect how it is that you're feeling. Take time to perhaps plan ahead for your next steps. Your next steps to take more opportunities for yourself, to create. Yes, exactly. Crib, the Empress. I think this is very, very beneficial changes for you. The Empress. All right. For the Empress, we have Vulture. Depression, anxiety, worry that someone is against you. Aww. Club, someone will try to make you do something against your will. Beware of greed with a pig. And Inkpot, problems to be resolved. Okay, let's go ahead and get some clarifiers for the club. Someone will try to make Libra do something against their will. Like, what's that about? What is the club about? What is the club here? Why is the club here? Four of Pentacles. I think someone is, and I don't necessarily think it is like someone else. It very well could be. Perhaps it's a partner, whether that be business, romantic, marriage, whatever. Maybe someone is trying to convince you to cling on to what it is that, like the money that you've already been making. It's like, this is a steady job. Do you really want to quit your 9 to 5 to start a business again? Like, are you sure you really want to do that? But it's like, no, I do. I do. This is what is driving me. And you're going to rise up. You're going to feel this flame. What was I saying earlier? It's like you're feeling a flame under your tushy or something. And and it's like you're going to use that flame, that fire, to allow you to start to metamorphosize and create something magical, and you will rise up with victory. and it is essentially moving you towards your own path, your own creative success. I'm hearing Taurus strongly. Anyway, Libra. Very good. Okay, so yeah, and it's like, okay, maybe you're doing something that is it's opposing what it is that other people want you to do. Don't allow other people's opinions to determine how you feel about yourself, your own success, and your own path. Beware of greed. Just because they are money driven doesn't mean that you have to be. And maybe you are. You know, we all need money. I mean, what is money? Okay, whatever. Let's not even go there right now. But we need these things in order to feel comfortable in our lives. So I think there may be a slight greed factor from other people who are kind of like projecting that onto you. But if you feel like you can make certain sacrifices to do something that will help you feel more fulfilled, to bring you to this next level in your life, to keep evolving forward, to take more opportunities that are actually fulfilling you and driving you with passion, with love. I mean, that is way more important than any dollar amount in your bank account could ever amount to, you know? So it is what it is. But problems to be resolved. Exactly. I think you will come out of that. I think it's going to take a little bit of time for you to finally make a choice, however. So let's see, this two of swords. All right. They're talking to you today. And like, that's how I feel too, Libra. I'm like, I'm just talking. Okay. So, fair woman, dealing with a relationship with a woman with blonde, gray, or white hair. Obviously, that's very specific. The fair woman to me is someone, like I said over here, who is fair and just. Obviously, woman is more feminine. So that was kind of like the vibe that I was getting over here when I saw the Queen of Pentacles with the High Priestess, like how I was saying that earlier. So yeah, someone who is fair and just, and maybe a little bit more emotional, more caring, more nurturing, more understanding of how you feel internally, how you want to be valued, your time, how you spend your time, who you spend your time with, yada yada. So yes, dogs, getting together with friends, and cracked cup, dissatisfaction with life. Oh, we also have cat, a two-faced friend. Okay. So what is this, cat, please? Cat. We have the Page of Cups and the Five of Swords. So perhaps some of you are, in fact, dealing with a, okay, I'm hearing Aries, I'm hearing Leo. Okay. I'm hearing they're coy. Oh, yeah, okay, coy, and then there's like a little fish here. Okay, like they try to play innocent or something. Okay, obviously a two-faced friend. It's like they're sweet. First they're sour, then they're sweet. Like that's the vibe that I'm getting here. Literally, like someone is causing some conflict, some tension, some drama, but it's like, oh, but I just love you. I'm hearing you have to be cruel to be kind. So I think it's like tough love or something like that they're trying to project, but I think it is a little selfish is what I'm getting. Okay, so maybe that was the selfishness that I was feeling. Maybe this might be the energy of another. Perhaps they are a Taurus, whatever. Taurus, okay, I just said Gemini, but I was trying to say sun, moon, and rising. Okay. But yeah, but you know what, if you guys don't know all that information, don't get hung up on it. But yeah, I think they are kind of projecting their own needs for you to, and needs. It might be their own greed or their own anxiety towards leaving their steady job or leaving a steady whatever this is. And it's causing a little bit of tension, perhaps. But you seem to know how you feel and what is right for you. So perhaps getting together with friends may allude to being around more like-minded people, people who don't necessarily remind you of your past, but makes you want to create a better future for yourself is what I'm getting with that. So, cracked cup, dissatisfaction with life. I mean, if you are dissatisfied, exactly, dissatisfaction with life, that's the Four of Cups there. Let's go ahead and get some tea leaf cards for that. But what I was saying, dissatisfaction with life, if you are feeling dissatisfied, reignite yourself. What is your passion? What do you love to do? How can you help people? What is your passion? Those two together create your purpose in the world to humanity. Okay. Four of Cups. Oh my gosh. We have broken wishbone. Wish will not be granted. So we had a wishbone over here. Wish will be granted and broken wishbone. Okay. So I think if you stay in this dissatisfaction and unwilling to choose your divine truth and work towards creating your own personal flow, your own success, that will obviously be leaving you dissatisfied, or leaving you with your wish not being granted, right? Okay, so we also have a wedge. Someone is trying to come between you and a friend or something you want. Okay, so definitely some third party type of energy here, trying to I'm hearing weasel their way in. Okay, but I think they're just trying to keep you in a place where you're just really not feeling it. Bull, plenty of material things. Like, yeah, there's the greed card here, the bull. I think their focus is too much on the material aspects. It's on too much about money and not about what actually makes you feel good, what makes you feel harmonious. Okay, and then we have wind chimes, peace and harmony. Exactly. And money path. A path with money is waiting for you to find it. Yeah, I mean, that basically just validates everything that I've been saying here. So Libra, don't allow other people's fears or projections of their own fear or any opinions that they may have, their own judgments, casting onto you. Don't let that cast a spell over you, is what I'm hearing, and allow them to keep you in a box where I'm hearing, I just cannot. I cannot do this anymore. You want to do something else that actually makes you feel like you're doing something that drives your passions. And like, isn't that everybody's dream? Like, they want to do something that they're passionate about and make money while doing it. And they say, like, do what you love and the money will come. Exactly. So Ace of Wands, something you love. Pale, time to get out of a situation. Exactly. Fair man. Oh my gosh, who had this? Someone had fair man and fair woman come up together. Oh, I want to say it was Aries. And I did say Aries earlier. Anyway, I digress. You may want to check that out. But yeah, they have like the fair man and the fair woman coming out together, and it is a balance of your divine masculine and divine feminine principles that stand for your own truth, your own justice, and your peace. That's the High Priestess there. So that's good. Yeah, so we had these two. Time to get out of a situation and fair man. Dealings or relationship with a man with blonde, gray, or white hair. That is obviously very specific. So some of you may actually be dealing with someone with those physical attributes that you need to leave. They're not good for you. Yeah. Okay, let's get one more. Okay. We have rainbow. The most difficult part of a situation is over. Yay. So let's go ahead and clarify the Ace of Wands for Libra in July. The Hanged Man. So yeah, it is a time for you to take a break. take a break from what it is that you've been doing so that you can get everything else squared away so you can start to stand on your own 2 feet. It's time to move on. And maybe it's like you have maybe mentally checked out, but you're still kind of like physically present, you know? Like you have to like do your time, it seems. But it's like the hard part is over. I think the hard part is actually making the decision and maybe communicating that with anybody else who is affected. You know, we did have affairs with your family. So maybe if this has something to do with like your partner, like if this has all to do with money and stuff like that, and like say you're married or you know you share money with someone, like you may want to discuss you know, leaving your job to start a new business or something like that with them. So I think that is the hard part, is like trying to get through to them. So yeah, that's beautiful. And then finally, the World card. Yes, I honestly wanted to say F yes, but I'm trying not to cuss on here. So yeah, that's really great. It's evolving, truly evolving, and coming to a place where I feel like I actually am noticing this looks more like an eyeball. This kind of looks like an eyeball to me, right now at least. So I think this is about kind of like your third eye awakening is what I'm getting. But it's kind of like and that's sort of what like the Hanged Man sort of symbolizes here. It's like I'm looking at the world at a totally different perspective now. Totally different. I'm more balanced now. I know what is right for me. I know how I feel. I know how I feel. I know what is just. I know what my truth is. Now you just need to communicate that with the people who matter most and help them to understand that I've been overburdened. I've been feeling like something has been missing in my life for too long, and enough is enough. Enough is enough. I need to start feeling like myself. I need to start creating something. And I think all of us have our own creative flow. It doesn't necessarily need to be, you know, you're an artistic person and you know how to sing and dance and paint pictures or, you know, write poetry or something like that. No. How do you create? What do you love to do? And perhaps some of us truly don't know, but you want to know how you find out? You try things. You do things. You fail. You fall on your butt and you get up and you do something else if you don't like it. It's really that simple. So yeah, the world, let's see. So we have Diamond. You'll be receiving or giving a precious gift. Leg, stepping into a new experience. Taurus, they had these two come out and it was actually crowning the reading. So, and then I was feeling Taurus strongly over here. So maybe that Taurus reading will be a beneficial read for you, maybe to get more insight on, you know, maybe you're dealing with a Taurus, sun, moon, or rising, or, you know, I'm hearing Mars actually, maybe their Mars is in Taurus, and that's a good way to determine like people's actions, like how they act and move in the world. What irritates them is what I'm hearing. Okay. But anyway, regardless, I digress. Yeah, or Taurus, who is also ruled by Venus, rules the second house, which is about your money, your finances, how you feel valued. So perhaps maybe looking at your second house in your natal chart may help to uncover certain things for you, Libra. So we have Dog, protection from a powerful friend. So that was such a beautiful reading. I'm really happy for you. I really do hope that this helps to give you that little boost of optimism and support. I've got your back. Like the universe has your back. You just cannot fail if you believe in yourself, you know? It's just not going to happen. So don't allow other people's fears and projections and their own anxieties about their own failures be projected onto you and determine your next step in life, because we don't have all the time in the world. I'm hearing there's a song, I think it's by Justin Bieber, but he's like, life is worth living. Life is worth living. Like, you have to live it. You have to try things. You have to go out and live and do things instead of just exist in the same cycles, in the same place of work where you haven't been fulfilled, or you feel like you're being devalued or overworked, or, you know, whatever the case is for you. And, you know, even if it's not work, maybe it's a relationship, a romantic relationship. Anyway, so Libra, I'm going to leave it there. I do hope that this helps you in the month ahead. If you'd like a personal reading, don't be afraid to hit me up. All my information is in the description box. If you like this video, please give me a thumbs up. I would so appreciate it. And I'd also love to hear from you in the comments. I genuinely love hearing from all of you and hearing how this resonates with you. It truly just helped me too as a reader reading for all of you guys in this very general way. So thank you all for tuning in and engaging with me. Don't forget to subscribe, hit that little bell on your way out. But Libra, oh my gosh, I'm hearing Taurus again, closing out here. So Libra, if I don't hear from you for a personal reading, I will see you for your next read. I will be doing some solar eclipse readings for the July 2nd Cancer eclipse. So stay tuned for that. I will see you very soon. Take care. Bye.